Good morning. Running just a little bit behind. I was getting ready to stream, and I heard some sounds outside, and I went, "What the heck is that?" Oops! I saw blind up in the cockpit here. No, not quite. No, listen up. Yeah. And what it turns out is I have a metal roof, and we have a thaw spell going on, and so the snow starts sliding down off the roof, and it slid off in front of my front door, my side door, and had a whole pile of snow there. I needed a shovel because my girlfriend's out and about, and she'll be coming back, and I didn't want her to have to walk through it, so that's all done. Okay, so we're in Erie, Pennsylvania. My third try to figure out how to fly this airplane. I have yesterday I did a video, and I didn't publish it. I just recorded it so I could take a look at it, and it looks like I figured out how to fly it. So trying to see if I'm okay in the cockpit. Yeah, I'm a little bit higher than I'd like to be, but I'll probably be okay. Can I get to these? Yeah, I can get to these. These should be okay. Alrighty, so let's move on. Once again, I'm in a Bigscreen Beyond. Should be kind of obvious from the video, from the picture, and or the webcam. And looks like I'm talking.
Information whiskey.
Okay, that so Bigscreen mic.
Check.
Yeah, that's working. Sound.
OBS Sim sound.
KERI International Tom Ridgefield.
Check.
Information whiskey. 15.
OBS streaming.
Yes, we're streaming.
Check. OBS webcam.
Yes.
Check. OVR toolkit windows.
Yes.
Check. Fly with Lua sound script.
Yep.
Check. Avitab plugin.
Yep, we got that.
Check. Pre-flight. Parking brake. Set.
Excuse me.
All switches.
Yep, looks like they're all off.
Off. Auxiliary bus.
Off.
Off. Fuel tank selectors. Left on, right on. Emergency power lever. Check off. Firewall fuel shut off. Fuel on pushed in. Master switch. On. Avionics master switch.
Information whiskey. 15.
On. Fuel quantity L and R.
That ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right, and I can't get to the okay. 3, that's good. I can't get to the to this guy here. If I do, things will go very badly. So, all right. Yep. Check.
Check. Genfail annunciator.
Yep.
Check shown on PFD. Fuel press low annunciator.
Yep.
Check shown on PFD. Pitot off LR annunciator. Check shown on PFD. Alternate FL annunciator. Check shown on PFD. Ang inlet norm annunciator. Check shown on PFD. Fuel low LR annunciator. Check not shown on PFD. Reservoir fuel annunciator. Check not shown on PFD. MRPWR annunciator. Check not shown on PFD. Avionics master switch. Off. Wing flaps. Full down. Trim controls. Set for takeoff. Engine inlet switch. Bypass. Pitot/static and stall warning heat. On, 30 seconds, then off. Oxygen control panel. On and check supply. Oxygen control panel. Off. Master switch. Off. Before starting engine. Cabin doors. Latched, check aft doors. Master switch. On. Avionics master switch. On. Parking brake. Set. Engine inlet switch. Bypass. Firewall fuel shut off. Fuel on pushed in. Emergency power lever. Normal. Power lever. Idle. Propeller control lever. Feather. Fuel condition lever. Cut off. Wing flaps. Up. Cabin heat. Off. Battery powered engine start. Volt/ammeter. Check, 24 volts minimum. Beacon light. On. Auxiliary fuel pump. On. Fuel flow. 0. Ignition switch. On. Starter switch. High. Engine oil pressure. Check for indication. NG. Stable, over 12% minimum. Fuel condition lever. Low idle and observe. Fuel flow. Check for 80 to 110 pph. ITT. Monitor, 1090*C max, limited to 2 seconds. NG. 52% minimum. Starter switch. Off. Starting engine, battery start, 2 halves. Ignition switch. Off. Propeller control lever. Max, full forward. Auxiliary fuel pump. STBY. Engine instruments. Check. Generator. On. Alternator. On. Exterior lights. As required. Auxiliary bus. On. Cabin heat, ventilation, and defrost. As required. Radio/avionics. Set. Taxiing. Taxi light. On. Park brakes.
The active runway.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf arriving and departing runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, ready to taxi.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Delta, Alpha, hold short runway 02, and runway 24. Taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Delta, Alpha, hold short runway 02, and runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Okay.
Release. Brakes. Check. Flight controls. Positioned according to wind direction. Flight instruments.
Yeah, I'm trying to master this one, and I flew it. I flew it yesterday. I did the same thing I'm going to do today. I did circuits here at Erie, and I think I got it figured out. So my next plane will be the Airbus Epic E1000. So I gotta figure these ones out before that one. That one's a lot quicker. so that's what we're doing. Alrighty, I think all's good here.
Check. Before takeoff.
Yeah,
Parking brake.
we got to get there first. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I did park you out of the way here. Come on, guy. So like I said, I did about six or eight touch and goes yesterday in this plane, and so I felt pretty confident, and so after I did that, took a little break, and so I probably was about, I don't know, an hour, maybe an hour and 10, 15 minutes, and so I got out of that, and then I took a little break, and then I jumped in the Airbus, and I was having a really, really hard time just trying to control that airplane. Well, I think what it was is I was trying to fly it too slow. I was trying to keep it like under 100 knots. And I'm like, when I actually looked at all the numbers, I kind of like went, oh, that's not right. You put the gear down at 100.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf cross runway 02.
You put the
Cross
gear,
runway 02 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
you put the gear down at 150 knots, less than 150 or less. So it's kind of like, it was kind of like, oh, okay. Well, trying to fly it at 100 knots is it's probably going to be pretty unstable, and it was. so I finally figured it out, and I did one landing. It's bad landing. I didn't. It was a hard landing, but I mean, I landed. I didn't really break it, so that'll probably be my next stream. Is it was doing circuits in that plane. So. Well, I'm taxiing out. I'm getting ready to do pattern work or get circuits here at Erie. So I'm just my stream just started at 11. So we're here at Erie International Airport, KERI, where I learned how to fly 172. Kind of a baby compared to this plane. So. And I've taxied out this way quite a few times. Not on the far end. The far end, the runway has been extended, and so when I was training, the runway was about 2,000 feet shorter than what it is right now. So for scenery, I'm running X World and Global Forest version 2. I'm still trying to figure out how to get them two to play together, because I'm thinking the Global Forest is not working the way it should. So, but I tried to do a couple of things, and X World wasn't happy with me. So I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong. But not too relevant for right now. So. No, there's a different, let me think a minute. There's different versions for X-World. So X-World has a version for X-Plane 11 and for X-Plane 12. So. Actually,
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf contact tower on 118.1. Have a good flight.
They're,
tower on 118.1 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
They were pretty early in the when they released their X-World for 12. They were really early. So about the time there was a public beta, you had X-World was available. It was pretty cool. And I had been running Ortho for XP, but when I seen what X-World did, I kind of like went, nah, it's okay. I'll just use this. All right, so.
Set. Yoke roll control. Free movement. Yoke pitch control.
I wouldn't say that. Ortho kind of does like the bottom layer, kind of like, so I wouldn't say that. Or pitch.
Free movement. Rudder control. Free movement. Flight instruments.
Okay. Look. Okay, we're good.
Check. Auxiliary fuel pump.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
On. Fuel tank selectors. Left on, right on. Firewall fuel shut off. Fuel on pushed in. Fuel quantity.
I think it's
check
good.
And set fuel totalizer. Wing flaps.
Gonna do 20 degrees.
Set for takeoff. Aileron and elevator trim.
Not sure I understand. Let me check here a minute. Look. Okay, we're good.
System checks. Power lever.
Oh, let me get this guy here. They want 300.
.300 feet lb. Bus voltages.
Yeah, we're good.
Check 26 volts minimum. Overspeed governor.
I gotta check this guy. I'm holding that in. Yep, that seems to work.
System check. Power lever. Idle. Engine inlet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, sorry about my bot going crazy. Yeah, that's what I heard. It's okay. My bot sometimes is a little crazy. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, they delete it, but they still leave it there. But yeah, I heard about that, and that sounds kind of interesting. So, what will be interesting? The only thing I want eye tracking for is for foveated rendering, and so that's kind of what what I would find interesting about it. So, alrighty, what are we doing here? Okay, that's desired. You're going to normal.
As required. Photo/static heat.
Okay.
On when OAT is less than 4 degrees C and visible moisture present.
Avionics.
Avionics equipment.
Yeah, we're all good. And, yeah.
Check and set.
Transponder. We want alt. Yep, we're good.
Set. CDI.
Looks good.
Set. Annunciators.
We're
Check.
good.
Strobe lights.
All right, taxi off. Strobe on. Nav on. Landing on. I think we're good.
As required. Parking brake.
So we're doing release. No.
Release. Propeller lever.
Yeah, let me get out here a minute. That's full.
Max RPM. Fuel condition lever. High idle. Normal takeoff. Wing flaps. 0 to 20. Elevator trim.
Need to work on this checklist. I need to have it actually check for it and do it by itself. Whoops. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, ready for departure.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf winds are 231 at 7 knots. Altimeter
Recheck
is
set for takeoff.
3038. Cleared for takeoff.
Power.
Runway 24.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
I got so distracted I forgot the call tower. Hilarious. Alrighty. We'll give it some juice. See if I really do know how to fly this airplane. I'm going to give it about 1,000 foot-pounds. Yeah, that looks about right. So I'm cleared for takeoff. Let me just do a quick check here. Everything's in the green. Yep. Brakes are on. Looks like they're holding. We're in the green to flat. Let's go fly. This one here flies more like a Cessna than what the Epic does. The Epic I took off. The checklist I was using said that was supposed to be at like 80% NG, so I was. The only downside was my torque was at like about 20% or 30%. Needless to say, it took forever to take off. I'm like about 300 or 400 feet when I cleared the end of the runway. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. Then I finally figured out what I had wrong. So, alrighty. You just have to learn from your mistakes. Alrighty, we're at pattern altitude. Pull the torque back. Remove the VR controllers? No. Don't think so. Where am I at here? Oops. Oh, okay. Okay. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf winds are 231 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24.
Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Yeah, the only thing about hand tracking is there's no tactical feedback. So when I come over here and touch the trim, I feel it. With hand tracking, I don't know how you do that. That's the only downside I see to hand tracking, you know. If you have a physical cockpit, that is a different story. Alrighty, so we're downwind, we're at the numbers, so got the power about where I want it. So, oh, and I forgot to figure this out. I think I have my switch wrong for my trim. Because this has automatic trim, and so we'll go ahead and turn here. And so whenever I put the last notch of flaps in, it readjusts the trim. So it's kind of like, well, that's kind of sucks. And then I think I have my switch on my joystick because this is too hard to get to. The trim wheel is way too hard to get to in VR, and so Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf turning final.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf winds are 231 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24.
Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
So I use a toggle switch on my yoke, and I think I have it backwards. So if I pull it back, it's almost like it goes up. And if I shove it forward, it goes down. So it's a little confusing. So okay. Because at times when I put out the last notch of flaps, it's almost like it goes completely nose down. It's kind of like that makes it a little tough to control. So I gotta and I meant to actually check it before I took off, but I had way too much stuff on my mind. So that's okay. We'll figure it all out. That's fun. This is a fun thing to fly. Yeah, because I needed a stepping stone to go from between flying a 172 and that epic E1000, and so I went, okay, well, how about how about like a C208 and in this Kodiak, and I went, oh, that'll work. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf winds are 231 at 7 knots cleared for the option runway 24.
Cool.
Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Yeah, and as you can see, I mean, you know, I just put that in the beta, and man, that just hauled that thing down, so. Alrighty, I'll pull back a little bit more power. Get the plane to start descending a little bit here. Put that in. And part of what I'm doing, I'm quite sure, is I'm getting confused with the flap indication and the trim indication. I'm quite sure that's going on. so that doesn't help. So we got our full flaps in. Trying to get this, keep the speed down here. So for some reason, OBS decided to disconnect and it just reconnected, so. I don't know why. Okay, we put flaps back up to 20. Give myself some speed, some torque. Okay. So I have to figure out if I can stitch these two videos together. Yeah, it trims a little bit too nose down. That's why it was a little hard to get it up off the runway. I just had to bring it up in the ground effect and then let it accelerate. So for some reason recently I've been getting OBS disconnected faults. I don't know why. You're a streamer, it's a little annoying. There's the runway. So it looks like I'm streaming again, so. Wow. I wonder what the heck that's all about. I haven't had that problem, wow, in a long, long time. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf call turning final for runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf winds are 233 at 7 knots cleared for the option runway 24.
Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Yeah, I don't think so. It could be related, but I don't know how. It's annoying though. Because before, I mean, I prided myself in how well my streams went off, were worked, and this is not that. Come on, get turned. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf turning final.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24.
Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Yeah, overshot that a little bit. A little bit too high, too. Yeah, I'll have to look at my OBS settings. I think it just happened again. No. So it says I'm live. It's a fun headset. It took me a little while. Like, I had to send it back because the IPD was wrong. So basically the screens were too wide for my eyes. And so what would happen is it's like right in the middle of my view. If I look, say I'm looking at this 118.100, if I move my head back and forth right in the middle where the two lenses kind of come together, it would be blurry. And what it was is the screens and the lenses were too far apart. So I went from an old IPD from my eye doctor was 67, and so I went, and the face scan that I did said 65, so I got a 66. It turns out it was too big, so I ended up getting a 64, and that's what I have right now. It's perfect. I mean, it is perfect. So, and so just as an example, like, so I can just see that left controller. So just see the right controller. That's my left one. So that's about what my field of view is. So. Because I wanted to kind of do that in a stream, to kind of, and then I want to actually look at the stream and see what it looks like. So, but to me, it's fine. To me, it's fine. You know. What I ended up borrowing one from my girlfriend's grandson to do the first one, and I ended up buying a refurbished. I think it was an XL. Does that sound right? I think that's what it was, and that's what I did for. I just went ahead and bought a refurbished one, and it was like $250. I kind of like went, okay, It's an investment. Because that is absolutely an issue. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 24. 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 Tower, Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf. For some reason, Pilot to ATC decided it doesn't want to talk to me. Let me think. I'm gonna go out here a little bit till I get this resolved. It's 4 or 5. Plywood Lua is, whoops, I'm way high. Plywood Lua got inherited. And, I'm a co-author of X Checklist. I created X setting panels. Trying to think. There's a couple of other ones I've made that, okay, what am I gonna do here? Let me spin around a little bit. Tower, Kodiak, 6 Bravo Golf. Don't know why this happens. Push to talk is working. I'm on the right frequency. Say weather. It's like no response whatsoever. Kind of crazy. So up here, say weather. I get nothing. So it's like it's like for some reason it isn't talking. So let me try this. Well, it can go well. Say weather.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf weather at Kilo Echo Romeo India is few clouds. Visibility is 10 miles, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cloud coverage is 6,700 scattered. To 1,800 few clouds. Current altimeter is 3038. Temperature 15°.0.
Okay, so I'm going to roll right back around to the, always it makes the stream more entertaining when this happens. So the airport's right over there, so I'm going to roll around. No. So I'll roll back here. That's interesting. And you're back. That's cool. Why are you going away? I wonder if OBS has like a log, you know, where you could kind of see what's going on. I'll have to take a look at that, because this is annoying. All right. Want to make sure I'm over here far enough. What's my airspeed? About 107. Okay, I'm not too bad then. Annoying, annoying, annoying. But at least my landings are pretty good. Oh, okay, yeah. That was before X-Plane had native VR. That is correct. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 24.
So I have no idea why that happened. And I don't have it up visible because something happened with the OBR toolkit too, so. But I'm learning, like, aviate. Don't worry about all the other stuff. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24.
Cool.
Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
I like having the have it in the cockpit, because it allows me to kind of look and see, did it get the phraseology? Did I get the phraseology wrong, or what was wrong? So, but it works without it. So. Okie doke. No. I'm actually pretty happy with Pilot to ATC. It has quirks, no doubt about it, but quite frankly, I'm quite happy with it. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24. Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
little housekeeping. No, when it's the right time. Okay. Probably do one more touch and go, then I'll do a full stop. I've proven what I wanted to prove to myself. And so that's what's important. And provide a little bit of entertainment. I really wish OBS Studio would start behaving. No, that's annoying. But I'll have to look and see if OBS Studio had some kind of logging where I can kind of show you like what's going on. So, because I'm really not sure. Because generally it's actually worked quite well for me. So. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, you do not have a flight plan on file. Fly at pilot's discretion.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 24. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind, runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 24.
I don't know what that was. That's hilarious. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, request touch and go.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24. Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
When I took off, I was even more distracted. I just looked down, I seen I had full flaps when I took off. No wonder why I didn't really want to leave the ground here. Okay. Slow this guy down. So like I said, I'll do a touch and go on this one, and then I'll do a full stop. I'm a little bit high, I'm a little bit fast, so see if I can we get this resolved. I got enough distance between me and the runway, should be good. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared for the option runway 24. Cleared touch and go runway 24 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Yep, gotta get my trim fixed. That's annoying. I was in a Cessna, I do a slip about now, but
sync rate.
Yeah.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
It's amazing how that works. That'll work better. I love the sound and I love the effect. It's like just incredible. Kind of like, well, I'm a little too fast here. Okay, well, this will work. And I always glance over and say, okay, well, you know, just to make real sure that the wheels are on the ground. Because doing it before you touch down would probably be a bad experience. Alrighty, we'll do a full stop landing next time. It's actually been fun. And yeah, I think I do pretty well know how to fly this airplane. With 2 flops down, it does leap off the ground pretty quick, so you don't need a whole lot of airspeed. For as big as it is, I mean, it's pretty amazing, you know, that you can get it up off the ground pretty quick. And I'm not giving it full power at all. I'm giving it about 900,000 foot-pounds of torque, you know, where I think I can go up to probably, I forgot how far up this goes. It goes quite a way, so. But I'm intentionally not doing that because I'm staying in the pattern. I'm not going somewhere, so. And all you gotta do is slow back down, so what's the point? But much like slow flight teaches you how to fly a plane really slow, because when you're gonna land, you're gonna be slow. So. Alrighty. Last time we're on the circuit here. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 24. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, downwind runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, call turning final for runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, full stop landing.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared to land runway 24. Cleared to land runway 24, Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
I'm gonna go out a little bit wide. I'm about 100, maybe 200 feet high for pattern altitude, so. Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, turning final.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, winds are 233 at 7 knots, cleared to land runway 24. Cleared to land runway 24, Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
So when I get straightened up here, I should be 1,200 feet. I'm 1,500 right now, so I'd probably be okay. Pappies tell me I'm high. So we'll just let it sink a little bit. Starts sinking too much, you give it a little more power. Trying to see where we're gonna be for airspeed. Yeah, it's sinking a little bit too much. Kind of a bit of a balance. Full flaps. Actually not looking too bad. A little bit high, but that's okay.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf exit runway when able.
Okay. So I took the condition lever and brought it from, I forgot what it's called, flight something, to the kind of where you do if you're going to be taxiing. So all these neat things you have to learn about flying PT-6s. They're a lot of fun, though. I mean, I can't believe how much fun these things are to fly. And kind of the important part about flying this kind of plane is it don't matter really what the weather is. If you want to fly, you just go fly. so opposed to a Cessna. So we get here, pull back on the power, and let me get my checklist going here. I'll hide that. Yeah, I've thought about it. I'd have to figure out how to properly get it integrated. I already have about probably too many things to keep track of flying in VR already. So that's my concern, and it's a legitimate concern. Okay, after landing, because there's just a lot to balance. I mean, you know, as annoying like as
After landing. Wing flaps.
just like OBS playing around. It's like, that's just annoying. I mean,
Up. Fuel condition lever. Low idle and observe. Auxiliary fuel pump. Off. Strobe lights. Off. Landing and taxi lights. As required. Pitot heat, LNR. Off. Engine shutdown and securing. Parking brake. Set. Environmental control systems.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, clear of active runway 24.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, welcome to Erie International Ridge, contact ground on 121.9er, enjoy your afternoon. Ground on 121.9er Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, request taxi to general aviation parking.
Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiways Alpha, Delta, hold short runway 02.
Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiways Alpha, Delta, hold short runway 02 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
Yeah, right now at home we just got we're getting a bit of a thaw, so it's kind of raining outside, and I have a metal roof, so I have to kind of keep the when it starts to thaw enough, the snow just kind of like leaves the roof. And if you happen to be in its path, it'll be not a pretty sight. It'll knock you right down. So, because the snow's pretty heavy, we probably got up on the upper part of my roof, I probably got between 4 and 8 inches of snow, and it's wet, heavy, and so that's what I did right before the stream was. Is in the side door of the house, I had drug all of that off the roof and shoveled it up, and so when my girlfriend comes home, she won't be walking in a foot and a half of snow piled in front of the door. So well, this went pretty well, other than the issues with OBS and a few issues with Pilot to ATC, but I am trying to be way better about kind of just dealing with it. Kind of like, it is what it is. Just move on, and what will make it a
Kodiak
little...
6 Bravo Golf Cross Runway 02.
Cross runway 02 Kodiak 6 Bravo Golf.
What will make it a little annoying is I'm gonna have to stitch a few videos together to put this over on YouTube. So, but it isn't like I'm not. I don't know how to do that, so I can do that. There may be some where you stitch them together a little bit disjointed, but whatever. So yeah, and the condition lever, so it's at low idle right now. So it's low idle and then flight idle. So flight idle is, of course, where you're flying at, when you're the position where you're flying. So if you leave it at flight idle and you bring the power lever to idle, it'll still move right down the run, right down the taxiway. So when you after you exit the runway, then you move it to low idle. Alrighty, we got enough momentum. Yeah, they look pretty good. This isn't real weather because real weather's completely overcast. But so what I did was so this is what I'm running for weather. I'm running manual weather. So I got scatter cumulus at about 6,000 to 11 to about 12, and a few cumuluses up further up in the air. And so what I've done is to make all this kind of work for me is I run a script. I run a plywood Lewis script that basically creates METARs. So just like real world has METARs in output real weather, real weather creates METARs for that, or it downloads METARs. So what I do is use a plywood Lewis script and create them. So I basically look at the new weather data refs, and I basically create a METAR from that. And so how it works is so if you have the script running, when you load in, it will create one right at that point in time, and then from that point forward, at the hour and at the half hour, I create a new one, just like real weather does. Real weather at the half hour and the hour, they basically download new information. So I basically create a new METAR on the hour and the half hour. So it seems to have worked quite well. It's like this time of year, the real weather would be bad. Like I said, it would be completely overcast, and so it kind of makes it makes yeah. So Lewis scripts. I mean, so I'm a programmer, so C++, Lua, all that stuff is kind of, that's my wheelhouse. So and so I do that when I'm not flying in VR. So needless to say, I have a pretty most of the time I have something going on. So, but it worked out great because the problem is with Pilot to ATC. If I had manual weather, it would give me nothing. So there'd be no weather at all. Now, if you would say what runway, they would just give you. What would happen is that, let's see if I can bring it up. So if I go on config, and if I go on the weather, so what would happen is that if it didn't find the METAR in the, so it's looking here, in X-Plane 12, output real weather. So if it didn't find a METAR there, it would automatically tick this. Well, that's real weather. So So all of a sudden, the weather that you actually, because you put the weather in manually, so the weather that you were seeing was not what Pilots HEC knew about. So I said, well, let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Yeah, it took me a couple hours to play around a little bit and get at least something initial, and then it's a matter of making it way better. So, okie dokie, I guess we're about ready to shut this thing down. So environmental, yes,
Off.
I guess.
Auxiliary bus.
Turn that off.
Off. Power lever.
It should be at idle.
Idle. Propeller control lever.
Feather.
Feather. Generator.
Off.
Off. Alternator.
Off.
Off. ITT.
Looks stable to me.
Stabilized at minimum. Fuel condition lever.
Cut off.
Cut off. Oxygen supply control switch, if on. Off. Light switches.
Okay. Yeah, I've been programming, let me think a minute, since the middle 80s. So about 85. I pretty much every
Off. Fuel selector.
give me a second. I'll get this guy done.
Off if parked on a sloped surface. Avionics master switch. Off. Master switch. Off.
You've done.
Controls.
Hello there. Let's see, the toaster. The toast is a spy. I think I got that right. So yeah, so about 85 or so. It's kind of when personal computers started. I had a Radio Shack color computer, and quite frankly, cool. Sometimes it used to be I didn't even try. I just didn't. But anymore, it's kind of a let's see how close I can get it. So, so I had a Radio Shack color computer, and the way that you would program it is they had programs on tape, or you could type it in and do it that way. So that would have been basic, and so I kind of learned on that, and kind of pretty much over my lifetime have programmed something. I'm a retired electrician, so right around the same time, in about 85, we started getting things that were called programmable logic controllers. So basically, they're like a numeric computer that basically would take inputs and outputs. So in other words, switches, limit switches, that kind of stuff. Then the output would be a motor starter, a light, or something like that. And basically, you could program that. We, at the time, had very few engineers, electrical engineers, and so the electricians were allowed to kind of program these things. So the initial ones were programmed by a third party, but as time went on, we were allowed to make changes, improve things, that kind of stuff, or use it to troubleshoot. So I've been programming for a very long time, and basically my C experience comes from writing plugins for X-Plane. I learned C and C++ for that reason. So, and then Lua kind of come about because of Fly with Lua. That Kirsten Leichner wrote Fly with Lua, and a good friend. Lost contact with him. Not sure what happened, but I lost contact with him, and so that's kind of where I started learning Lua. Was from Fly with Lua. So, and currently, he asked me to take over head of development because he didn't have currently in his life he didn't have enough time to be able to spend with it. So he asked if I would take it over, and I have, and it's been a fun ride after that. So that's where the lowest skills come from. So. You have to yeah, I have no idea. I need to go fix my bot. I'm gonna relook at my bot and see what's going on and tame it down, because that's just annoying to me also. So but that's it was a need. It was the only way I was gonna. I basically started with Xadic panel, actually. Is that I had SADIC panels, and I was a Linux user, and there wasn't a plugin for it, so it was kind of like, okay, well, I guess you're gonna have to learn the SDK to figure out how to make this work, and I happened to run into a dude called his name was Alan Ott, and basically he wrote on GitHub. There's an API called HID API. And basically, when I found out I could write a plugin for all three platforms using his API, because the HID stuff would work, and so that's kind of how Xadic panel started. Was a Linux plugin first, and there was a Mac guy that was doing the Mac part, and another dude that was doing the Windows part. They all are gone. And I ended up taking over Xadic panel. So, but anymore I don't use it. I just use VR. so I do support it, absolutely. And but I personally don't use it. My panels are kind of packed away. So if I have a really hard problem, then I'll dig my panels out and to figure out something. But most of the time I don't need to. It's what. Most of the issues that I find are not hard. It's just somebody doesn't fully understand how to work with the INI file or apply with Lua. So, alrighty, I'm gonna call it a day, and it's been fun. Oh yeah, that's been quite well. So I'll have to figure out how to stitch my videos, my VODs together, and kind of go from there. So, but so everybody. Everybody who stopped by, thank you so much, and I really appreciate it. And like I said, probably my I thought I was ready, and if I can be as distracted as I was with either Pilot to ATC or OBS giving me grief. That's important, because you can just focus on aviating. And, I mean, it was kind of like when I just did that loop out around towards Route 90 and then on back. Yeah, you just have to not allow yourself to get distracted. You're flying an airplane. It's not like a car. You can turn the key off and it'll stop. No, you got to land the thing. You took it off. You got to land. So I'm glad that have that kind of comfort, especially like this airplane. This one's a lot more hard, a lot more difficult to fly than the 172 I normally fly. But the next thing I'm going to be flying, no doubt about it now, is I'll be in the Epic E1000, and we'll do some pattern work to begin with. My final goal before February, I need to do a flight from Erie, from here, to Montreal, Canada, because I actually will be doing a commercial flight exactly the same, but I won't be flying from Erie. My commercial flight will be Erie, Charlotte, Montreal, but this one I want to do it in an E1000, but I want to do it from Erie right straight to Montreal, and I already have the flight plan all figured out, but I gotta do some pattern work to make sure I actually know how to land the airplane before I'm going to do a flight work like that. So no, Yeah, when I did it with Microsoft Flight Simulator, that was pretty cool. And I need to figure out how to do it in X-Plane. So, alrighty, gonna call it a day. I see my girlfriend is home, so I need to get out of my headset. Thank you much. Guys, all have a great day. Thank you so much for stopping by. Goodbye.